Yeah. What up, birdies? Nuno, what are we reacting to, bro?
Alright. Look around. We good?
I should say so.
Is Death in the room here? Hey, Grim, are you there? Watch that lamp. Okay, we should be good. Grim's not here. Alright, the reason we're looking around is because we trying to get killed. If that wasn't a clue, you're watching Final Destination: The Bloodlines. Right? And I heard this trailer is gonna reveal why it's called Bloodlines. We saw the picture of Tony Todd, and this is gonna be his last movie. We're here to support. Are you ready?
Yes.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace. 3,
2,
1.
Drinks all around.
No, not that. The other one.
Family, you don't get to pick the one you get.
Hey, Dwight
Love
from
the
The
one
Office.
you got.
That's Dwight?
Looks
I
like
always knew this day would come.
I got it.
I don't think you got it.
that might
They're
not
gonna
be.
die from jank. That's
I
gonna
held
be
them
crazy.
off for years.
Charlie, get up here.
Oh, right there.
Son of
Let's
a
see.
bitch.
What is it?
We'll stop till he finishes the job. Death is coming for our family.
I said,
Dwight? No!
Grandma, what's happening to us? Years ago, I had a premonition that started it all. I saw what death was about to do.
Back in the 60s?
Oh,
shit.
I saved a lot of lives that night.
Everyone needs to get off the dance floor!
Lives that were never meant to be saved. But death doesn't like it when you mess with his plans.
Wait, so Grandma survived all of it?
It will show
Like,
you everything you need to know to keep
She
our family
fought-
safe.
she cheated death?
It all started with Grandma. Death is coming for us because we were never supposed to exist.
Only by embracing death will it pass you.
Tony!
There he is.
Maybe that's not actually coming for our family.
You
'Cause
sure?
that would be great.
Sure enough.
Typical.
You tried to say you sure
Call
about
back to
it?
the first
Good luck.
May 16th.
This shit was great.
Alright, that was dope. Alright.
You know, technically, this actually is our official trailer because the last one was just
A teaser.
Teaser.
or
Yeah,
in another
to
way,
show-
an
to show-
actual film clip because it's just in a tattoo parlor.
They show a death. That's I think more movies should actually do that when they're promoting their film and creating trailers. Just show one scene that's gonna give us a bit of a depiction of what the whole movie's gonna be like. That's it.
Yeah, make sure that the scene matches the tone of the trailer.
Yes, it does. Yes, that's exactly what the movie should do. Tony Todd, man, rest in peace. It looks great. Alright, the horror icon, man. Dang, I was actually hoping he'd be in a Jordan Peele horror movie.
I know. It would have been nice.
We do see, like, the reason it's called Bloodlines is because the grandma cheated death.
She survived it all.
She did what Alex and so many others had failed to do. Well, we don't know about the last girl, but she's not confirmed dead yet. So, and we're talking about the one from part 2.
Besides the grandmother, the one other person who was claimed to have survived the premonition for the longest until they died was Alex's girl. And then she died in a second.
Yes, she should not have. She shouldn't have. But this one, the grandma is the one who did what they all failed to do. Cheat death entirely. And that's why death is coming for every single one of these people, because you're not supposed to exist. Your grandma was supposed to have died years ago.
Meaning that she would have never like had a whole family. That's brilliant. I can't believe we never had this before in the premise of Final Destination.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
that's new.
That is completely brand new.
And this is coming from a guy who's just beginning the Final Destination
That's right.
franchise, which, by the way, I
Continuing-
enjoyed the first two movies.
Continuing the way to cheat death is to bring new life into the world. Alright, confirming from the second
Only
movie.
new life
Only new life
can defeat death.
Which was actually supposed to be in the first movie, which was in the deleted scene.
Yeah, Alex and
Him and his girl were supposed to have a baby.
They were supposed to have a kid.
And they were supposed to have cheated death entirely.
There's
Right.
so much for that in the second film.
Yep. It seems like death is waiting until everybody turns over 18 to kill them all. Which means death is still coming for every single one of y'all. And this is gonna be great, actually.
Yeah, and this, what we all know is that
Death
death
doesn't
not
like to be cheated.
Oh no. I mean, did you see Harry Potter? Did you see what he did to those three brothers? Man felt cheated. But honestly, I don't think they were being pretty smart though. But still, he felt cheated and he took them all out one by one. And wait a minute. They said something.
Only by
You have to
embracing
embrace
death
death.
will it pass
That's
you
exactly what the third brother in Harry Potter did. He embraced death, and he removed his cloak of invisibility and they both departed their lives as equals. Ah, I see what you're doing, Final Destination. You're taking
inspiration from Harry Potter.
right there.
Well, they're both Warner Bros. Properties, so.
Yeah.
Hey,
Alright.
there's one thing that gets Dad very amused or laughing is the stupid. Yeah, those that who are so dumb they make Charles Darwin roll in his grave.
Oh my god. Oh man. There are so many ways on how so many people are dumb and die in the dumbest way possible.
Yeah, check out Dumb Ways to Die.
Oh, wait a minute. That was a television
Oh,
series.
1,000 Ways to Die.
1,000 Ways to Die. Yes.
Yeah.
So you watched it too?
Yeah.
How about you? Did you watch it?
Actually, when he said Dumb Ways to Die, I thought Ant was referring to that music video that was on YouTube.
Dumb
Ways to Die.
Yeah, that too.
But yes, there 1,000 Ways to Die. Man, I feel like it took inspiration from Final Destination. And they show it in so many ways. The dumbest of the dumbest ways you could die in that show.
And also, not only did death come for the stupid, it also came for the biggest assholes.
I feel like that is warranted. But seriously, dying because you got a boob job? Seriously? That is so dumb.
Didn't Mythbusters disprove that?
I'm not sure, but it was funny. Oh man. Oh man. But there was one that made a total sense where a robber tried to rob a gun store. A gun store and he got blasted. That was so funny. But for Final Destination, a lot of people do not die in dumb ways. Thank God. I was actually scared. But a lot of people do die in pretty funny ways, though. Believe me, so I've seen all of them, and a big fan of every single one of them.
I think that the visuals for the upcoming deaths is going to be gruesome, but also kind of very interesting because it just shows, because the last one came out in what year? 20-something?
2011.
2011, right? That's a whole decade plus 4 years since the last one. So that means a technology has come a long way. Everything looks so smooth here. And I know he doesn't like how I say it, but the color grading here was spot on.
Well, that's because you cannot judge the color grading because it's intentional.
So
it's based on what the artist wants.
Either way, it's still nice here.
Hopefully they'll use practical effects and convincing CG.
Yeah.
I think for the
like-
most part they do use practical effects. But there are some things that are in Final Destination that cannot be practical.
Yeah.
As much as we
Wow, this really sucks balls.
There's some things that cannot be practical.
Yes, yeah, practical effects do have limits, but if they're gonna go CG, at least make it convincing.
I agree.
Because nowadays, whenever they do go CG with the blood splatters, it looks so cartoony.
Hey, Warner Brothers, pay your CGI.
VFX artists.
Pay your CGI artists.
Alright? Go for it.
Everything in here looks convincing. Don't you guys agree?
I do say so myself, yes.
And
Except for the grandma's premonition.
Oh, like with the
building.
the
Yeah,
skyscraper?
that looked completely CG.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Maybe the behind the scenes will prove me wrong. Maybe. I'm not sure.
You mean to tell me?
I can't say so, but I would love
to see a lot of people just like sky falling from that shit with parachutes or something.
I'm pretty sure at the bottom they had something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, duh.
But seriously, prove me wrong. I don't mind to be proven wrong. I love to be proven wrong sometimes.
Either way, that moment there is kind of like the highlight of the trailer. It actually looks still good regardless.
Yes.
That being said, how you guys rate the trailer? I give it 5.
I give it a. I don't have a reason to give it a 4. I give it a 5.
Hell yeah.
I give it a 5.
Alright.
I was gonna try to think of a reason why it should be downgraded, but I can't think of one yet. You've given us the snippet and the reason why it's called Bloodlines, so alright, thank you for that.
And after we see the movie, during our review, let's predict which death will get the golden chainsaw.
Ooh, my money's on the first trailer, death.
Yeah. But you never
that's
know.
the golden chainsaw right there.
They're saving some more kills in the movie.
Oh yes, I know.
Shit.
I hope Dome Machete is gonna go to the guy who got hit by the truck.
Well, yeah, that's a callback to the first movie.
I mean, yeah, but his thing, the first one, nobody saw that shit coming.
Yeah.
Like it was like completely out of nowhere, and like forget. And you want to know how much of a surprise that was? That even people in the theater test screening, they were so shocked that they had to stop watching for a minute.
Oh man.
Yeah. And
So
also,
this one you completely see it coming.
And also, I watched Dead Beat's video on Final Destination, the first 2, and he had another award called the Premonition.
The Premonition.
Yes, the coolest death that occurs only in a vision.
Only a vision.
Yeah.
The coolest death thing. Ooh, Grandma Fall. That's gonna. I think that's gonna be the one. You think so?
Gotta be. That's the only premonition we saw in the trailer. Unless there's some more we get. Or they revealed that one of her grandkids has one.
My question is, what the hell caused that thing to explode?
Or
What to see it?
Or what caused the tower to fall?
Anyway, that's all we gotta say. What about you guys?
Nah, I'm saying this with Tony Todd.
Yes, we are.
He better have a lot of scenes in this movie.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, and they better put up a in memory of Tony Todd.
Yes, they should.
They have to.
Alright guys, I guess that's all we gotta say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click that bell to get notified for our next video.
Share this video when you know the fucks with the Final Destination franchise. You already know birdies, cause we do for sure.
We fucks with Tony Todd.
Good luck.
Yeah.
And anyone that fucks with the Candyman.
Fucks with Venom.
Alright? And remember, death
Death
does not like to be cheated.
Yeah. Death comes for all.